Okay, this is part two of my junk or constitutional silver videos. Part two is going to deal with if you should stack constitutional silver and where I see the premiums going. Again, remember, I am no financial advisor. I'm just a dummy on YouTube telling you what I think. And I kind of got it broke down into four main groups. You know, there's always more groups, but group one is the traditional stacker, you know, stacking weight for the lowest cost. Constitutional silver is probably a no for them, but it wasn't that many years ago. It was a good choice for this group. You could pick up, as they called it, junk silver at spot or a tad over, but now the premiums are real high. So it doesn't make sense for the traditional stacker to do it. He's looking for, he or she is looking for the lowest cost to get the most weight, and constitutional is not the way to do that now. Group two is the prepper group, and is a yes, even with the higher premiums. They love constitutional silver. They're getting ready for the SHTF situation. And in this situation, we're going to need fractional silver and gold. Buy things, barter with it. But at first, I don't believe silver and gold are going to do you any good. At first, I believe it will be the four B's, as I like to call it, the king of the B's: beans, bullets, bandages, and booze. The first one, of course, is food. Food is going to be key, food and water. The second one is for protection. You're going to need to protect your food and water. Bandages is, medical supplies, antibiotics, just bandages, all that stuff. The booze one, that's the vice one. Alcohol and like tobacco and stuff fall under that group. And that will be good stuff to barter with at first. But then as, things kind of move towards some type of a society or group or however, silver and gold will become the main barter money, as it has for thousands of years. So it'll come back into its own then. And you'll need smaller or fractional amounts to barter with. I mean, for example, if you want to get some bread and it's only like a dime's worth of silver you need for it, well, you don't want to give them a 1 ounce silver round. That's a lot more. So and the fractional or constitutional silver is very recognizable. So it's going to make it a lot easier. So that group stacks a lot of it. Group three, the collector. He won't be buying what we think of as the junk silver or constitutional silver. He'll be buying the older stuff in a mint state type condition. And this is a hobby or a business for him. Junk silver is just not his cup of tea. He's looking for that premium stuff, where the rest of, like the preppers, are just looking for usually stuff like the walking liberties. That's probably as of the $half as old as they get. I mean, even within the walking liberties, well, all these you can find key dates, but the Franklins, I'm getting my big fingers out of the way. The Washington quarters, and of course the Roosevelt dimes. And over here I got some war nickels, 35% silver. during the World War II years when they needed nickel for the war. They put 35% silver into these. I don't think these will be such a big thing, but they may come in handy. And then I've just got some better. I'm running really low on mercury dimes, but usually you'll find these in what is typically considered junk silver. You may find some Standing Liberty quarters. I don't know. That's, they're getting kind of more costly and stuff, so I still think it's mostly the Washingtons. Of course, here's the 64 Kennedy, the last year of the 90% silver, and the first year of the Kennedy. Group 4, that's the group where I fall, I believe. It's the group, everything but the kitchen sink. My main stack is bullion, and I go for it like the traditional stacker. I'm stacking for the lowest cost I can. So I have that as my main stack, and I use it as my savings too, though. So, but I also like collecting, kind of as a hobby. Something that I hope to be able to pass down to my grandchildren. And also, if I can get a good deal on a collector type piece, I'll try and flip it so I can buy more silver and lower my dollar cost average of silver. So I don't do a lot of that, but I do occasionally when I come across a good deal. And this goes back to Oregon Stacker. When I bought those vintage Swiss of America rounds, I kind of got into liking vintage silver. My wife doesn't care for that. A little upset with Oregon Stacker. No, she's not. But I'll do the same thing there with vintage silver, though. If I can get a good deal on it, I'll resell it to help offset the cost of my stack. So, a lot of that is to help lower the cost of my stack if I can resell it, the vintage and the collector. Though, then comes constitutional. I really like constitutional silver. It's, the history behind it, the artwork. I mean, come on, some of this stuff is beautiful stuff. I mean, take a look at this Standing Liberty and that eagle on the back, and the Mercury, the winged. I mean, the artwork on this stuff is fantastic. I really like, well, I should have got some better ones out. Walking Liberties, those are really nice. See that eagle on the back of that? So, I mean, I love the artwork of it and the history of it. I mean, boy, if that stuff could talk, I mean, these are a bunch of 40s here going, through the war years. What could it, 1930, before the war years. I mean, if it could talk, the stories it could tell you. But I really do. I like the history of it. So it's not the traditional stacker thing, but I'm not going crazy on this stuff, but I do buy it because like I said, I like the artwork and the history of it. So, that's up to you, what you want to do. But, the premiums on this stuff is very high now. And like I said, it wasn't that many years ago. It was a good thing to stack because it was, at or close to spot. But now you're paying way over spot for it. And it's very, very expensive. Some people said they stopped buying it. They're going to wait for the premiums to come back down. I personally don't think the premiums are ever going to come back down. It's they don't make it anymore. If you look around, it's getting harder and harder to get. People that have it aren't letting it go. So I don't foresee the premiums ever coming down. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm no financial advisor. I have no background in finances, so I just don't see it coming back down. If anything, I see it rising as the years go by. Right now, like I said, 65 through 70, you have the 40% Kennedy half dollars. You I don't have any 40% are out, but you can still get those at a deal. Uh, Kind of the issue with that is that some LCSs don't want to deal with the 40%. So, but I mean, it's like anything. I don't think you have a lot of trouble. It's just some of them. So that may be an option to look at more and more now. And I think another really good option, if you want fractional type recognizable stuff, is Canadian coinage. All the way up to 1967, the Canadian coinage was 80% silver. So, I mean, very close. And you can still find good deals on Canadian. Uh, so there's not as much, demand for it, especially here. So you can still find good deals on it. So that would be something I'd be looking at. And I think I'm going to look at it more. Of course, like I said, I like the U.S. history of our coinage, but it wouldn't hurt to expand my horizons a little bit. Maybe get some Canadian silver. Just I'm not a what you call an all-out prepper, but I do believe you should be prepared somewhat. So there's that. Okay, let's give away another uh, half dollar. It'll be a walking liberty. I'm going to pull this from the comments from the last video. As the regulars know, I do these giveaways without putting them in the description or the title. I just want to thank the people. I may do them back to back 3 times in a row. I may skip a few videos, but I do a lot of these little giveaways. So you want to, if you haven't subscribed, and always like and comment, because you never know when I'm going to be drawing a winner. Let's see, is that, my, got a little excited there. My coins I sent into PCGS arrived today. I haven't looked at them. That'll be my next video. So please watch. It should be interesting. You're going to get my reaction on camera. Could be a lot of tears. I hope there'll be some screaming, but I don't think so. So anyway, let's get to giving it away. Good luck to everybody. And let's get to the random comment picker. Again, we're giving away a walking liberty. It's the usual rules. 72 hours to email me with your YouTube name, your real name, and your address so I can send that walking liberty to you. We've got 28 unique comments. Now, if you guys aren't publicly subscribed, I think you need to. That's how it grabs the names. And it's really easy to do. There's a bunch of YouTube videos. Just go up there and search how to publicly subscribe. They're only about 2 minutes long. It takes you about a minute to do it. I did it a long time ago, and if I could do it, you guys can do it. And I want to make sure everybody has a chance to win. I like giving this away. So, I mean, especially to you guys that watch video after video. That's why I do this. If you are a regular, I'll do this without putting anything in the description or the name. So anyway, let's give this away. I've talked enough. And again, I always have trouble getting this to start for some reason. I'm gonna have to get another mouse or something. Oh, there, it went pretty fast that time. Garrett, William, great video. I'm a newer stacker and learned a lot. Please keep them coming. I sure will, Garrett. Uh, I I appreciate you subscribing to my channel and you're learning stuff. That's the point of it, or some of the point of it. The other point is to is maybe entertain you a little bit. But anyway, Garrett, so email me. You have 72 hours. Again, with your YouTube name and your real name, which I'm kind of assuming may be the same thing, but your address, and I'll get that out to you in the next couple of days. I try to get it out within a few days. If I can do it the next day, I do. But anyway, I appreciate all of you guys that watch these videos and like and comment. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. We do a lot of little giveaways, and we've got some big giveaways coming up. The next video, as I mentioned, will be the unboxing of my coins I sent into PCGS. And thank you again, everybody. Till later, you all take care.